I'm Erika Grey with the Twist News. The media applauded Donald Trump's 5% win with the European Union in NATO. And when you listen to the various broadcasts, including Trump's statements,
you saw that with NATO, where they agreed to go from 2% no pay to 5% fully paid up, trillions of dollars paid, where they respect your president to a level that they jokingly call me the president of Europe.
it sounded as if this was a huge win for the United States.
Turning now to some breaking news as we continue to follow all of the developments out of the NATO summit in the Netherlands. Taking a look here at a post from the Associated Press, it says breaking: NATO leaders agreed on a massive hike in defense spending after pressure from President Trump.
But what the media failed to tell you, the main fact that it doesn't cover, is that Europe is already increasing its own military in the Rearm Europe plan and in the budget for the Rearm Europe plan, which promises 150 billion euros backed by the EU budget to build its own military, from defense procurement of critical areas of ammunition, missiles, artillery systems, space, AI, and cyber.
We are in an era of rearmament, and Europe is ready to massively boost its defense spending, both to respond to the short-term urgency to act and to support Ukraine, but also to address the long-term need to take on more responsibility for our own European security.
So this 5% really is already going to occur because of the Rearm Europe plan. That was a very easy thing for EU nations to agree to, and is not as much of the win as one would think that Trump won in context of Europe spending more for NATO. What Europe is really doing is spending more for its own defense, 800 billion euros. This is a huge commitment. So with a commitment like this, 5% boosting in NATO is basically falling under this umbrella. So the EU just dropped 800 billion on defense, and for the first time is actually building its own arsenal. And the 5% figure was a no-brainer, was easy to agree to. But the thing that was so shocking is that this came as a big win for the United States, when really it's not revealing the true story, which is that the European Union is going headlong into building its own defense. And in the context of those monies, there's already going to be an increase in defense spending, so the 5% for NATO comes underneath that. But still, the United States will carry the shoulder for NATO because Europe's putting it into its own pocket and its own project and its own army. If you have any comments, I'd like to hear of them, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more.